Hello everyone, Mary Jane here from World Trade Center, New York City. Today in the channel we have a very special guest, and please welcome Kenneth, aka ActionKid.
What's up?
Kenneth has a YouTube channel as well, a very successful one. I asked him to give us his insider tips for budgeting in New York because he is a native New Yorker. He was born here, he grew up here in Astoria, Queens, exactly.
Yep.
Right?
Astoria.
So today he's gonna give us his super precious insider tips about how to save money in New York City. Both if you're visiting or if you're living, it's gonna be a mix, right?
Mm-hmm. I think the first thing we could start with is the housing. So if you're coming here as a tourist, the average hotel will cost you $350 a night. And to me, that sounds very expensive. Yeah.
I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah, New York is an expensive place to visit and also to live here. An average cost of a 2-bedroom apartment is $2,500 a month. And a 1-bedroom is $2,000 a month. These are all from statistics I saw online.
Yeah, we're gonna put the link in the description actually.
Yeah. If you want to save money traveling here, don't come during this time, November, December, because you're gonna pay a lot of money because everybody comes here for the holidays. They want to see the Rockefeller tree, they want to see the store windows, they want here to see family and shopping, so don't do that. If you want to save money, you come during the winter time.
Best months to come here for
January and February.
January and February.
Mm-hmm. That's how you save money on airfare. The hotels can also drop in price too. Mm-hmm. And during the summertime, the price always goes up too. I don't know why, because New York City summers can be pretty uncomfortable. I like the autumn. The autumn's the best time to come for me.
Great, we totally agree on that.
Yeah.
I just made a video about best season to come to New York and I said the same things.
Mm-hmm.
Then another thing we can say is about Airbnb, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alternative to hotels.
Alternative to hotels. You can use Airbnb. Basically, Airbnb, you get to live in a separate space other than a hotel. It's someone's property that they're letting you use. In New York, you can use Airbnb. I think only if the owner's also living there, they can share like a room with you, but that's how it works. And some Airbnbs you can get for like $60 a night, or I've seen some it's like $200 a night, but it's generally less expensive than the hotels, which is $350 a night.
Yeah.
Another tip you can do is to book a hotel further away from the center of Manhattan too, like in Queens, Brooklyn, Bronx, or even Staten Island and New Jersey. The outer boroughs and also New Jersey is included in that metropolitan area.
And it's a very nice area too.
Yeah, it's very nice.
I like to go visit Jersey City.
Maybe not Staten Island though, because the ferry to get from Staten Island to Manhattan is half an hour.
Yes, and there's not much to do in Staten Island, right?
There's some stuff to do, but not really too many things that would appease to most tourists.
Poor Staten Island.
Yeah.
I feel bad about them. I wish they had more attractions.
It's called the Forgotten Borough, and that's why it's forgotten. So if you're living here, you plan to live here for a long time, you want to make sure to keep your monthly housing costs at a reasonable budget. If you want to spend $2,000 a month for a 1-bedroom apartment, that's the average what it's going to cost. But if you split it with a roommate or a significant other, then it's going to be $1,000 a month. You're going to save half of your money right there.
Yeah.
That's a great tip to save money.
And
I
also,
know
also many apartments are shared, right? Because, for example, a 1-bedroom apartment costs $2,000 a month. A 2-bedroom apartment costs $2,500 a month. Am I right?
Yeah.
So if you share that one with multiple people, that's gonna be very much convenient.
Like for example, I know somebody who's paying $500 a month for housing, but that's because they live in a 3-bedroom apartment and there's 3 couples there. So if you do the math, it comes out to $500 a person.
That's super clever
Yeah, that's
and incredibly cheap for New York.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the next topic, which is food. And in New York, you can spend a lot of money on food or you can spend very little on food. If you want, you can go spend money on dollar pizza slices and have that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's $3 a day for food, but you'll probably be spending a lot of money for medical bills after eating it for a year. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. Instead, I would like to, if you want to do a healthy saving money on food, go to the supermarket. They have some pre-washed vegetables, like salads. You can get a big salad for like $5-6, and that'll last you for like 2 days. You can make salads for 2 days with that.
Trader Joe's has very good deals on salads, right? Prepackaged salads.
Yeah, green food keeps you healthy, and also you can save money by not ordering soda and beer and wine because that can add up really quickly. Water, the tap water here is perfectly good quality. You can drink it all the time and it tastes great and it's free.
I must say in New York, tap water is surprisingly very, very good. I mean it.
Yeah. That's another trick too. When you go outside, bring a water bottle with you and just refill it whenever you get thirsty. For eating out, if you want to eat out, you can use an app called Seated. Seated, it gives you a cashback rebate if you take a picture of the receipt. Basically what you do is you reserve a place on the app, you go there to dine, and then after the meal, you ask for the bill, they'll give you the receipt, take a picture of the receipt, and then you get cash back in the form of credit, which you can redeem for gift cards and store credit. And it's not a scam. You would think it's too good to be true, but I've gotten like 26% back on restaurants all the way up to 46% I got on an Italian restaurant in Greenwich Village. Yeah.
That's impressive.
And there have been times where I actually made money going out with this app. It's unbelievable because they had this promotion where if you dine out 3 times in your first month or something, I think you get $30 back. So if you go to this restaurant, you order a $15 meal and you get $30 back, you're making $15. Another way you can save money too is by going to local grocery stores and street stands. If you go down to Chinatown, some of these vegetables you can get for like $1.49 a pound, and in the supermarket it will be $3 a pound. Or you go to like a place like Jackson Heights, they'll have, you know, these exotic vegetables that you can get for a very good price. It's pretty incredible. You don't have to go to the local supermarket like Whole Foods or Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's can be good and bad.
In the middle, right?
Yeah, it's in the middle, but you can definitely do better than Trader Joe's if you go other places. Another way you can save money too, there's this whole movement in New York City and other parts of the world called freeganism and dumpster diving. And I know this might sound kind of like gross, but what people do is they go to their local grocery store, wait until they throw out the trash, because at the end of the day they're going to have a lot of unsold fruits and vegetables and meats and dairy, and you go through the trash and see what's good to still eat. And a lot of this stuff, it can still be eaten within a day or two and it won't go bad. So,
and it's still packaged stuff.
Yeah, it's still
it's
packaged
not like
stuff.
They pick up food from the garbage, really. It's still in the boxes, sealed boxes.
And it's not just grocery stores too, like places like Starbucks, they'll throw out their, you know, their sandwiches and their salads if no one ate them, and people just go through and get it. But then again, you have to be careful because I don't want you to get sick from it. Another way you can save money too in New York is by going out to eat at these places like Chinatown and taco carts and other like hidden secret areas that you may have to find like on Yelp or walking the streets of New York, because they may be scattered all over the place. The dollar pizza places, like I said, there's a place in Chinatown and I think it's called Moscow Street. It's right by Columbus Park. They sell 6 dumplings for $1, and that's a very good price.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that one.
I may be off by the amount of dumplings they give, or it could be $1.50 now, but it's still very reasonable. And I know there's places in the East Broadway area, they'll sell $1 peanut noodles. And there's another place you can get roast pork over rice with vegetables for like $4 or $5. Yeah.
That's on Christie Street.
Compare that to McDonald's. A Big Mac may cost you like $7 or $8. It's even cheaper than McDonald's.
And can I say, Chinatown food tastes much better than McDonald's. At least this is my personal opinion.
Yeah. The halal carts have very good food too. And their overhead is lower, so they could pass the savings on to you. Okay, to save money with traveling within New York City, there's 3 main options you can do it. The first one is to walk everywhere you need to go. This is especially true if you're living somewhere close by with a lot of your needs that you already need. Like you can just walk to the restaurant or to the grocery store, because here in New York things are so dense, you can just find everything you need in like a 10-block radius, 20-block radius of where you need to go. The other thing you can do too is the subway. The subway is very affordable here. It's $2.75 a ride, and you can take the subway to go anywhere within the system. This includes the bus too, the subway and the bus, for $2.75. Another way you can save money with the subway is by using their unlimited ride options. And they come in 2 flavors. There's the 7-day unlimited Metro card for $33, and there's also the 30-day option for $127. And that's exactly what it is. You get unlimited rides. So if you ride 20 times within a day, it's still going to cost that amount of money. And to me, that's one of the best options as a native New Yorker to get, the 30-day unlimited card. And especially if you go back and forth between locations in Manhattan or use it on the weekends.
And let's remember that the subway in New York City runs 24 hours a day. So that's also a thing to keep in mind.
Yeah, but you have to be careful because there's always service changes, especially on the weekends. If you were to take like a taxi from the top of the Bronx to the bottom of Brooklyn, that's going to cost you, I don't know, $100 maybe, something over. But with the subway, it may take longer, but you'll get there for only $2.75.
Or sometimes it doesn't even take longer, right? I mean, I know that in New York, sometimes the traffic jams are so bad that it's even more convenient in terms of time to take the subway and just travel underneath the ground level.
This is especially true in congested areas like Midtown Manhattan during rush hour, or the financial district, or if you're crossing over from Queens into Manhattan, those bridges can get really crowded at that time. That's when the train will take like 4 minutes to cross under the river. Then if you were to drive over the bridge, you may be stuck for half an hour, even more sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes be careful when you have to cross the bridges. Oh my God, being stuck on a bridge in a taxi for like half an hour is not pleasant.
Yeah, and you're stuck with it.
Yeah.
Another way you can save money too is by riding a bicycle in New York. The city's bike sharing system is called City Bike. The annual membership is $169 a year. With that membership, you get unlimited 45-minute rides, and you can even go over that by checking out a bike for 45 minutes or close to 45 minutes because you don't want to go over, docking the bike, waiting like 2 minutes, and then checking out a new one, and you get another 45 minutes to use.
Clever.
So, City Bike isn't everywhere in the city yet, but it's in most of Manhattan and most of the coastline of Brooklyn and Queens, and I believe it's coming to the Bronx soon, if not already. You can also own your own bike. You can buy a used bike off a website like Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist for $200 and just use it. Keep in mind that you have to keep up with the maintenance. You have to keep up with the tires and filling up with the air. Well, air is free, but some bike stores will charge you for air, right?
Yeah, you have to buy the lock.
Yeah, they buy the
Your
lock.
bike might get stolen.
And then you have to replace your bike after it gets stolen.
Yeah, it's a risk.
Now is for the disposable income section, which is shopping and entertainment. So let's start with shopping. Shopping, my main advice to you is to try not to spend money on stuff that you don't necessarily need. That's A lot harder said than done, but if you do have to spend the money, then I would recommend you to get a cashback credit card, which gives you at least 2% back on all your purchases. That's an easy way to save money without even thinking about it. If you need to spend the money, it's there. Another thing you can do too is by looking out for coupons and going to thrift stores and these outlet stores, which may have great discounts on stuff that you need, or even going during the special time like Black Friday, where they have 30% off the store, 50% off the store, or buy one get one free. But you do have to be careful, because even though it's maybe 50% off, it's 50% off of what? It could be 50% off of $1,000 and you're paying $500. Meanwhile, it should be only $200. So make sure that you get a good value. Now, some special credit cards that I like to use to save money in New York are the Citi Double Cash, which gives you 2% back on all your spending. The Discover It card, which gives you 5% back in rotating categories throughout the year. Like this quarter, from October to December, I'm getting 5% back on Target and Amazon.com. So I did a lot of my Amazon spending in this quarter because of that credit card. Another credit card that I like to use is the Chase Freedom card. The Chase Freedom card also has 5% back in rotating categories, but they don't necessarily overlap with the Discover's categories. Like this category for this quarter is PayPal, and I think it's also department stores. So you can use that card for this quarter and save money that way. In order to save money by going out to eat, I like to use the Uber Visa card, which gives me 4% back on restaurants, but unfortunately this card isn't available to sign up now. They're getting rid of that category starting in next year. So it was good while it lasted, but now I think you need to go on to a different credit card. I think the close second is the Capital One Saver card, which has an annual fee, but you still get back 4% on your restaurant purchases. The other one without the annual fee is the Blue Cash Everyday card, which gives you 3% back on groceries without any annual fee. So that one's a good one if you don't know how much in groceries you're gonna spend, if you're gonna get back more in value from the preferred. Yeah.
Wow, Kenneth, that's an amazing knowledge about credit cards.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for all the input. All right, guys, thank you so much, Kenneth, for all your knowledge that you shared with us. That was incredible.
Oh, thank you. You're welcome.
Please, guys, check out his channel. He makes videos by walking or cycling around New York City. They are super high quality. You can see the whole New York City, and sometimes he makes narrated videos. So he gives information about the neighborhood that he is showing you, especially for people who are about to visit New York. If you want to get prepared to know a little bit more of the neighborhoods of the city in general, you go on his channel instead of
ActionKid, that's my channel's name.
Yeah, instead of switching on Netflix in the evening. And especially he made a video all dedicated to how to save money in New York City. I will put it in the cards in the upper right corner.
Oh yeah, it's called The Practical Guide to Save Money in New York City as a native New Yorker. If you want to check out a walk that we did together, we did it on November 23rd through Little Italy. She was amazing through it. It was her first time in Little Italy, and basically we walked through the streets and we tried a cannoli, and I won't spoil anything more, but if you want to check it out, you can check it out up there or down below.
Thank you very much. And
oh, you're welcome.
we'll see you next time.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye. The annual membership is $1. The main bike sharing system is only up to, I think, 3,000. It's much easier to read than the MTA website. Oh.
What's happening?
Is it
Changing time?
7 o'clock? That's what it is.
Christmas is coming in New York City.
Yeah, it's coming. Another credit card I like